very biggest mistake a city, county, school district, or state can make is to allow its employees to unionize. It's un-American. I want you to, at least in the back of your mind, let it be percolating that if we don't stop the public sector unions from using coerced money collected via our public payroll system, we can't win. I have this measure. I'm going to only speak briefly about it because I know you had somebody presenting another measure here a month or two ago. This measure, I put it on the ballot now 3 or 4 times. You said, well, why would you do it again? Because it's so much fun. and it has received 49.5% of the vote, 49.6% of the vote, and that's after $15 million campaign, $5 million campaign, record-breaking campaigns, and it still loses by a tiny percent. And the reason it does is because people look at that measure, they don't see it as an attack on unions because it's not about unions. This says nobody should be able to use public resources to collect political funds. Doesn't matter who you are. And that's the challenge, the problem I have with the other measure that's been presented to you and you've been asked to talk about. It's a good idea. I have no objection to the measure itself, but the problem with it is that it goes right at unions, right at its face, and that doesn't poll very well. People don't want to attack unions, but they do like this idea of not using public resources to collect political funds, because that's not about unions, that's about everybody. We just don't use our tax dollars to collect political funds, period. Doesn't matter who it's for. And this language about commingling, I might have mentioned this to you before, but people don't like commingling. They don't like that. They're not entirely sure what it means. But it sounds pretty bad. And so we're just not going to have any of this commingling stuff in our state. I got that language in our measure, and not only in our measure, but it is in the ballot title. And I don't think that's going to happen again. This is the only way I know that we can bring these guys down to size. They can stay unionized under this measure. They just can't collect political funds from public employees' paychecks by use of the public payroll system. And that would cost them probably 90% of their money.